most women, when they get that download, they're like, okay, what do I do? They start with an action. They try to learn their way into a higher acumen. None of them are stabilizing self-worth inside of themselves first. And that's why they're burning out. And that's why they're plateauing. And that's why whenever they make the money that they want to make, they can't hold it. They collapse. Well, hello and welcome back to the Spiritual Hustler Podcast, my beautiful spiritual hustling women of the new earth rising. Let's fucking go, you guys. It's February. It is the month that the tide turns, that the year of the snake is dead and gone, left behind. The final shedding has occurred, and we are walking in our full fire and power and focus into this new energy. And I'm so fucking excited that this day has arrived, because today is a really big day. And in a second, I'm going to tell you all about it. But before I get into all of this, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here. You guys know, I hope you know how much I love this community. You know, I have you guys over on the gram, and many of you are inside of my community within my business, but it is honestly the podcast where I feel so intimately connected, because I know you feel intimately connected to me because I share it all here on the podcast. Like, I don't really get as real and honest in service of you guys anywhere else in the way that I do here. And so I don't take your listenership for granted. It is the reason why I get up in the morning and do what I do, to be able to pour into you and to make things for you from my heart that I hope really help you grow your business, your leadership, your brand, your visibility, all of the things that we talk about on the hustling side of this podcast conversation, as well as your own connection to, I would say, the divine, but really what that means is a connection to you, because you are the divine. We all are, expressing itself in this microcosm of time called your life inside of your body for 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years. If we're all really lucky, you came here to connect to that. You know, yes, to build a business and to help your clients and grow a beautiful, abundant life, to support your family. All of those things are also why you came here. But I believe the real reason we came here is to remember who we are, and to remember that, really, frankly, brass tacks, it's all love. Like, that's the building block of the entire universe, is love. And we are meant to remember that that is our beautiful, unique mission here on this planet, is to spread more of that. And this year, in the year of the fire horse, you guys, did you know that in the year 1966, so exactly 60 years ago, in the country of Japan, I've talked about this a little bit on the gram, but when I learned this blew my mind. There was a 25% decrease in the birth rate in Japan, which was wildly weird and unprecedented, because if you look back at that trajectory of what was happening in that country at that time, there was no war, there was no disease, there was no famine. The reason why the decrease in the birth rate went down was because it was the year of the fire horse. And if you know anything about, you know, Eastern mythology and religion, like, they're a very superstitious culture, right? So they stopped procreating. Families, mommies and daddies, stopped having as much sex because they did not want to have a child during the year 1966, but not just a child, specifically a daughter, because it was a bad omen that if a daughter was born under the year of the fire horse, she'd be too wild. She'd be too independent. She'd be untamable. She'd be impossible to control. And so the hospitals went quiet. And I read that the girls that did get born on that year had to fabricate the information on their birth certificates to hide it. And that years later, it was found, like, researchers found that the women that were born in Japan in 1966 got married less, divorced more, and had fewer economic opportunities. And this was all tied to a superstition that was connected to female power. Like, what? Say what? All right, here we are, 2026, women of the new earth, women of a new generation, women who don't have any of those limitations cast upon them. And if they do, we know that they're not ours. And we get to live our lives full out, in our full power, in our full independence, in our full freedom. You guys, we are so blessed to be women alive at this time on this planet. Like, the amount of perjury and suppression and oppression and judgment and stigma and erasure, I can go on, that has taken place forever. like literally up until about 50 fucking years ago, you have a responsibility to be a woman in your power today. You owe it to the women that came before you and the women that are going to come after you, whether you have kids or not. Like, we are influencing the future of this planet by being women in their power. Okay. And I really want to take you into the now, because this is one of those moments as of February 10th, 2026, that can quietly change the trajectory of your entire life if you show up for this, okay? And this episode is dropping on day one of the Feminine Wealth Ignite, all right? And if you're listening live on Tuesday in real time on February 10th, before 12 p.m. Central Time, you can still register and join us totally for free. And the link is in the show notes. Now, if you're listening to this after, don't worry. I want you to register anyway, and you'll get the replays, and you can come tomorrow and the next day. It's a 3-day experience. And either way, while this is time sensitive, what I'm sharing around the Feminine Wealth Ignite, it is not closed, okay? Because here is why this matters more than anything. 2026 is a once in a 60-year energetic configuration, okay? We are finally harvesting the seeds that were sowed and buried. It is a year of momentum, you guys. This is a year of acceleration. This is a year of expansion. And honestly, you guys, this is a year of fucking celebration. Because listen to me carefully. The horse is no longer asking you to effort your way through life. She's asking you to embody who you really are and move from that place. And the women that are going to make the most money in 2026 are the women that remember that. They will be the ones who prepare for this moment specifically, properly. So I'm going to say this very, very bluntly, with love, because you know we're sisters. You cannot enter the fire horse year as the woman that you were yesterday, with that old identity and a fried nervous system and all of your outdated business models, okay? This is not a strategy first year. This is an identity first year. And here is the pattern that I see time and time again after working with thousands of women inside my business, that most women, when they get that download, they're like, okay, what do I do? They start with an action. They try to learn their way into a higher acumen. And none of them are stabilizing self-worth inside of themselves first. And that's why they're burning out. And that's why they're plateauing. And that's why whenever they make the money that they want to make, they can't hold it. They collapse. So here's the actual order that creates sustainable money in your business, especially if you attune to the fire horse energy. It is self-worth first, followed by self-belief, then followed by your business acumen, and then followed by action. This is the path. And at the Feminine Wealth Ignite, I am walking you through every single aspect of this in order at the exact moment that this energy resets. Okay, so let's get something really, really straight. Self-worth is nervous system safety. It's the difference between chasing money, proving you have to earn money, and being able to actually hold the money in your system when you receive it. Most women are unconsciously trying to earn permission to receive. So what do? They overwork, they overgive, they tie their value to their outcomes. And hustle, therefore, I know this from experience, is a trauma response. A nervous system that isn't safe will sabotage your money every single time. And in a fire horse year, this matters more than ever, because expansion, you guys, this energy is going to hit us all so fucking hard. It's coming so fast. And whatever isn't stabilized within your system, it's going to crack. Hear it right now. This is why day one of the Feminine Wealth Ignite is entirely designed to expand your identity before the expansion. All right. This is about safety, not motivation, because money flows when the body feels safe enough to receive, and that you know in every cell of your being that you are that woman to receive it. All right. I want to talk about self-belief, the second step, because I'm not talking about like diluting or pretending to be someone you're not, like believing in yourself so hard that you lose sight of the truth. No, this is about trusting yourself before the evidence arrives. It's as simple as that. Every woman I've ever seen scale sustainably had this in common. She stopped outsourcing her authority. Because what kills belief in yourself? Comparison. It sucks. Waiting for permission, needing proof before devotion. And what builds actual belief, to be frank, the biggest thing that will help you build belief in yourself is to be in the right rooms with the right women who are choosing to believe in themselves too, led by the right mentors, watching women just like you embody what's possible. It expands the consciousness, the neuroplasticity of what's reality. When we walk inside of containers like this, they matter. Belief is contagious. And in a fire horse year, you guys, belief creates velocity. If you don't believe that you can hold more clients, more money, more visibility, then you are unconsciously going to slow yourself down. It starts with belief. And the Feminine Wealth Ignite is a live global room filled with thousands of women for a reason. Because your beliefs are not going to download in isolation. They're going to download inside of community. Now I want to talk about the third step, which is acumen. All right. Let's talk about business acumen, not all of the complexity, not all of the strategies and the tactics and the hustling and the doing more. In fact, business acumen, as I see it today, that's actually winning and working is clean offers, simplicity, supported systems that are supporting you, and a very energy aware structure around you that lets you be the visionary woman that you are. And action in a fire horse here is here to finally make you the most decisive bitch in the room. Embodied, non-chaotic, no drama, crystal clear. Because here's the thing that no one has probably told you. Money scales when structure can hold all of that power. You can't do it on your own. So if your business is entirely relying on your energy, it's going to cap your income. So on days 2 and 3, tomorrow and the next day of the Feminine Wealth Ignite is where this comes alive. I'm going to give you a brand new business structure rooted in horsepower that actually doesn't burn you out. And I'm going to show you the actions that you need to take that multiply your effort instead of depleting you. You're going to learn how to work with momentum, this beautiful word of the fire horse year, instead of being dragged by it. This is how you're going to make more money this year than you ever have without ever losing yourself again. And I want to really be crystal clear about what this is, you guys, because the Feminine Wealth Ignite is not a webinar. Okay. We've all seen them. This is not a motivational talk. You're not just going to come and get more information and write it all down in a notebook that you never look at again. The Feminine Wealth Ignite is a straight up full on soul activation. It is an initiation into an identity to income pathway that aligns with the frequency of the Lunar New Year and the Fire Horse energy built specifically for women in business. This is our year. The year of the Fire Horse is for female entrepreneurs, where you prepare your nervous system, your identity, and your business, because it all works together. You've got to prepare for it before it accelerates. Because 2026, hear me now, we've been waiting 60 years for this, is going to amplify who is ready and expose who isn't. So if you're listening to this on February 10th, 2026, around 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, February 10th, you can still jump in. You can pause this episode right now, register, and join us for the very first of its kind Fire Horse Medicine Activation live. And if you're listening after, I want you to register anyway. You're going to receive the replays. You're going to join us live for the next 2 days. Come spend some time in this room, because no matter what, this work compounds. And here's what I need you to remember. Hear me now. 2026 will respond to the women who showed up when the portal opened. Okay? The link is in the show notes. It's totally free. And I want you to remember that self-worth is going to open the door. Self-belief gives you the courage to walk through it. Your acumen will teach you how to build it. And your action is what makes it real. And the Feminine Wealth Ignite is where all 4 of them over 3 magical, powerful, unforgettable 3 days come together. This is how women like you make more money in 2026. Okay. And I want that for you. I know you want that for you too. Aren't you ready to be the woman that's like, yeah, I did that. I am her. This is the year you get to become her. And I can't wait to do it right alongside you, sister. I'll see you today. I'll see you on the Feminine Wealth Ignite, and I will see you next week for sure on the next episode of the Spiritual Hustler podcast. Bye, guys.